What if I told you that the most powerful woman in media was once so poor she wore dresses made from potato sacks? What if the woman who would inspire millions around the world was told she was unfit for television and too emotional? This is the story of Oprah Winfrey, a woman who transformed every wound into wisdom, every setback into a comeback, and every no into fuel for her unstoppable rise. Get ready to discover how pain became her greatest teacher, and her greatest gift to the world. January 29, 1954. Rural Mississippi. In a house with no electricity, no running water, and dirt floors, Oprah Gail Winfrey is born. Yes, Oprah, her name was misspelled on her birth certificate, but she would later make Oprah legendary. Her grandmother is so poor she makes Oprah's clothes from potato and flour sacks. Other children mock her, but her grandmother sees something special. She teaches young Oprah to read by age 3. "You are going to help a lot of people," she whispers. But at age 6, Oprah's world crumbles. Sent to live with her mother in Milwaukee, she enters a nightmare: abuse, neglect, betrayal by those who should protect her. By age 14, she's pregnant and loses the baby. She feels worthless, broken, invisible. But here's what her abusers didn't know: they weren't breaking her, they were forging her. Age 17, Nashville, Tennessee. Living with her father, Vernon Winfrey, everything changes. He demands excellence. "You will not bring shame to this family," he declares. For the first time in her life, someone believes in her potential. At 17, she becomes the youngest and first African-American female news anchor at WTV-FTV in Nashville. But success comes with a price. Colleagues criticize her for being too emotional. She cries during stories. She gets too involved. Network executives tell her she's unfit for television, but what they call weakness, she discovers is her greatest strength. In 1984, she moves to Chicago to host a failing morning show called AM Chicago. The ratings are terrible. The format is tired. Everyone expects her to fail. 6 months later, the show is #1 in Chicago. Why? Because Oprah does something revolutionary. She shows up as herself. Raw, real, vulnerable, human. 1986. The Oprah Winfrey Show launches nationally. But this isn't just another talk show. Oprah creates something the world has never seen: a safe space where truth lives. She talks about her own abuse on national television. Millions of viewers realize they're not alone. She discusses weight struggles, addiction, heartbreak, topics other hosts avoid. She turns her pain into purpose. But the real magic happens when she shifts from sensational topics to transformational conversations. Book clubs, spiritual discussions, personal growth. She doesn't just entertain, she elevates. 1996. The moment that changes everything. A Texas cattle rancher sues her for $12 million after she discusses mad cow disease. The trial takes place in Amarillo, Texas, hostile territory. She could lose everything. But instead of backing down, she moves her entire show to Amarillo. Every day during the trial, she broadcasts live. "I come from people who had nothing," she declares. "I will not be intimidated." She wins the case. But more importantly, she proves that truth and authenticity always triumph over fear. The numbers are staggering. 25 years on television, 4,561 episodes. 37 million viewers daily at her peak. But the real impact, immeasurable. She becomes the first African-American billionaire in history. But money was never the point. Empowerment was. Oprah's Angel Network raises over $80 million for charity. She builds schools in South Africa, creates scholarships for thousands of students. Every success becomes a ladder for others to climb. 2005. Hurricane Katrina. While politicians debate, Oprah acts. She donates $10 million personally and uses her platform to demand action. "What I know for sure is that we cannot abandon our fellow Americans," she declares. Her book club turns unknown authors into bestsellers overnight. The Oprah effect becomes a real phenomenon. One recommendation from her can change a life forever. But perhaps her greatest achievement: she shows the world that our wounds don't have to be our end. They can be our beginning. 2018. Golden Globe Awards. Oprah receives the Cecil B. DeMille Award. Her speech moves the world to tears and inspires a generation. "What I know for sure is that speaking your truth is the most powerful tool we all have." Today, at 70, Oprah's influence spans generations. From media mogul to spiritual teacher, from philanthropist to voice of hope. But her greatest lesson isn't about success, it's about service. The greatest gift you can give yourself is forgiveness, she often says. The greatest gift you can give the world is your authentic self. From that little girl in a potato sack dress to the woman who built a media empire, Oprah proves that your beginning doesn't determine your ending. Every wound can become wisdom. Every struggle can become strength. Every setback can become your greatest comeback. This is Oprah Winfrey. Proof that when you turn your pain into purpose, you don't just change your life, you change the world. What's your story waiting to become?